guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to kind of be like a condensed version of my skincare holy grails video that I did a few days / weeks back, depending on like the order in which the uploads go. I'm not really sure. I haven't planned that yet. But in my skincare holy grails video, I mentioned 21 products to be exact, which are my absolute favorite holy grail skincare products. I know it sounds crazy to mention like 21 products, but truly, like, I could not eliminate any of the products out of that video because I know realistically I wouldn't have to actually cut down my collection into just 10 products. But if I was ever put in the situation where I was just like, I can only have 10 products in my skincare collection, not more than that, and I just had to use these 10 products for life, which were the 10 products that I would end up using, and which are the 10 products out of those 21 products that are actually going to stay in this collection if I just had to pick 10. That's what this video is going to be about, and it was very hard to narrow and choose just 10. That was basically, it's like almost cutting that list into half. So yeah, I have cheated a little bit. I'm going to tell you that right out of the bat because it was truly very hard to pick just 10. But I have 10. And I have a few honorable mentions as well, which I will mention as we go. But yeah, without any further ado, let's dive right into it and let me share with you my picks. So firstly, when it came to the first two products, rather I should say, I just could not pick one cleanser. I had to use I had to have one for makeup remover and one for face wash. So that's why I ended up going with like two products for the cleanser category. And these are the two cleansers that I would not be able to live without. I had to eliminate my Kiko Milano micellar gel wash and also the Himalaya face washes, because realistically, if I just had to have like 10 products, I wouldn't be able to have like 5 cleansers out of that, not even 4. 3 also felt like it would be a little hard because I have certain other products that are more important to me, so I cannot have more than 2. I thought about mentioning only the Kiko Milano micellar gel wash as well, but then I thought, you know what, if I only choose that, then I will have to use like, I'll have to pick out a face wash any which ways instead, right? So then it just felt like it made more sense to me to pick these two as my only 2 cleansing products that I will live with for the rest of my life. So obviously you guys know that this is my double cleanse. This is my first cleanse as my face wash, and then this is my favorite double cleanse that I use after that. And in case you want to know why I love these products so much, then go and check out my Holy Grails video or any other video that I've done. But in today's video, I'm going to only talk about why I ended up picking these two. So this is obviously my cleansing balm makeup remover sort of product. I would have to have at least one makeup remover in my collection. And then for face wash, I ended up going with this because obviously these two pair well together. But if I had to use just one face wash for the rest of my life, I would pick this because it'll work for me as my morning cleanse as well as my evening cleanse. That was the mentality that I was going with. Yes, I could choose like the Kiko Milano micellar gel wash along with like one of my Himalaya face washes. I thought about that, but then I was like, I think realistically I would rather go with this combo, at least as of now. I might eventually end up changing my mind if I do like an updated version of this next year. I might go with something different. I don't know, we'll have to wait for a year to see. But yeah, as of 2021, this would be my cleansing duo. Those are the first 2 products that I would pick. Moving on next to I want to talk about serums first, but I have quite a bunch of serums that I just had to pick. I could not have one or the other, so there are quite a few serums that I need to mention. So let's first talk about moisturizers, because realistically I would just have one moisturizer because, again, like I said, I need to save more space for serums. But I tried, you guys, I tried very hard to just pick one of these, but I couldn't. It's like you cannot ask me to pick a favorite child. If I had 2 children and you would tell me which one is your favorite child, I would not be able to tell. Similarly, in this category as well, I cannot pick out of these 2. Phytoceramide was easier to eliminate because it would be harder to have 3. Even having 2 is too much, and ideally I would just go with one or the other. I'm leaning more towards going with Phyto Fuse, to be honest, because this works as great as a morning and a nighttime moisturizer. But because I have so many actives and so many serums, I know that there are going to be days where I'm not going to be able to pair some of the serums with this particular moisturizer, since this already has niacinamide and I don't want to overdo the niacinamide. So that's why I have to mention the Phyto Clear also as an honorable mention. I just can't pick one out of these. Ideally I would have to, so both of these are going to take the third spot, even though I know I'm cheating, but there is no way that I can go with one or the other. If I'm thinking even realistically, it's not possible. I have to choose both. So these two are going to take my third spot. And again, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to know my reviews on any of these, check out my holy grails or check out any other video in which I have actually gone in detail when it comes to the review. Moving on next with serums. So again, for serums, actually before serums, let's talk about toners. So I will have to definitely have an AHA toner in my routine. There is just no way I can't. There's no way that I cannot have one. I have to have one, and I would choose either the Pixi Glow Tonic or the CosRx AHA 7%, what is this called? Whitehead Power Liquid. So it's hard for me again to pick one or the other, but I can definitely live with either of them. I don't need to have both. Right now I have the CosRx AHA liquid in my collection because I was trying and testing it out. I fell in love with it. The Pixi Glow Tonic I used up and I haven't repurchased yet. But if I just had to have one AHA toner in my collection for life, it would either be this or it would be that, one or the other. I feel like Pixi Glow Tonic is more gentle, so it's more versatile as a treatment product and a maintenance product. This one I feel like it can't be used every day, it can't be used that often. So yeah, for that reason I would probably go with that one over this one. But again, I don't want to just choose one, so I'm just saying one or the other. So this would take my fourth spot. Moving on next, another product that I know for sure would be the only sunscreen. Like if I had to use just one sunscreen for the rest of my life, again, like I said earlier, my serums are taking a lot of space out of the 10. So I had to end up going with just one sunscreen. I can't end up choosing two. I just can't. So if I just had to use one sunscreen for the rest of my life, it would be this right here. I think this is not going to come as a surprise to any of you because this is my most repurchased go-to favorite sunscreen. I've repurchased it multiple times. I've used up multiple of them. This is just my favorite. And again, when I was talking about moisturizers earlier, I mentioned in my Holy Grail video that the Phyto Fuse and Tricone do work well together, but the Phyto Clear might not really work well with the Tricone sunscreen. So that's again a slight caveat. I'm not trying to get super technical. Like I am putting myself in the situation where I just have to pick 10 products, but since I don't actually have to pick 10 products, I'm cheating a little bit. But yeah, if I just had to pick one sunscreen, it would be this, and I know that these two would also work well together. So yeah, that was that. That's my favorite sunscreen. Now moving on to the serums. These are the hardest. I have 5 serums, but then one category I'll tell you, there is another cheating wala situation here. So this is one of my favorite serums. You guys know this is the Dot & Key Salicylic Plus Zinc Acne Busting Face Serum. And if I hadn't discovered the Pixi Clarity Tonic, then this would easily be like my top pick when it came to treatment of my acne. And when I say treatment, I mean like whenever I get a ton of breakouts. I don't always have a ton of breakouts for the most part, but whenever I do, this is my treatment product, and this is what I use to get rid of all of the pimples and breakouts and all of that stuff. And if I hadn't discovered the Pixi Clarity Tonic, I would say that this is going to be like my only pick. But now that I've discovered it, these two kind of do again a similar job for me. I would have to choose one or the other. It's hard to just pick one, so that's why I'm going to say one or the other, similar to what I said for the Pixi Glow Tonic and the CosRx AHA liquid. I don't want to go with both. I wouldn't like waste 2 spots because both of them again do a very similar they basically work for the same thing. So yeah, it would be one or the other, and I would give this my 6th spot. Okay, so now that all the cheating is out of the way and all the mentioning 2 products in one category is out of the way, let's talk about my last 4 spots and my top 4 serums that I would just have to have. So one of them I don't have to actually show you, but it's the Earth Rhythm Alpha Arbutin Serum. That is my favorite hyperpigmentation product, and if I could only have one product to treat my hyperpigmentation, like right now I don't have it, because again, like I mentioned, I'm always constantly trying and testing on new products to help with my acne marks and the hyperpigmentation and all of that. But if I had to just have 10 products, I obviously would not be trying and testing out new products anymore. I would just have to stick with one, and whenever I break out and if I'm left behind with any sort of acne marks or spots, I would need a product to treat that hyperpigmentation, and for that I would choose the Alpha Arbutin Serum from the Earth Rhythm. So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way as well. And then moving on next to the last 3 spots, so our 8th, 9th and 10th spot is gonna be taken by these 3 right here. So we have the Salicylic Acid 2% from the Minimalist, we have the Earth Rhythm Clear Skin Serum, and we have the 10% Niacinamide plus Zinc Serum for the Minimalist. So why these 3 are essentials for me. Clear Skin Serum, again, like I've mentioned countless times, this is my like when I know I'm gonna break out and I need to bring those breakouts to the surface, this is what I use. And then I would use the Dot & Key or the Pixi Clarity Tonic along with this. So one of these would work well together with this to you know, keep my acne prone skin under control. So that's why I had to pick the Clear Skin serum. There is no other way. So yeah, that would take the 8th spot. And then these 2 Minimalist serums again are essentials for me. 10% Niacinamide plus Zinc would be like my go-to tried and true daytime serum, specifically when I have how do I say, when my skin the pores are more visible, skin is getting a little bit oily, just to like keep my skin good and looking great, less oily, appearance of pores, any sort of like weirdness going around my nose and stuff like that. This really helps with that. And that was why I was kind of iffy about keeping only the phytofuse, because this has niacinamide and this has 10% niacinamide. This has, I think, 3% niacinamide. So if I would have both of them in my morning skincare routine, it would get a little too much. But if I wanted to use this every day, single day for the rest of my life, I would need something like the Phyto Clear. So yeah, this is just, again, I wanted to describe a little bit more why it would be really hard for me to only pick one moisturizer, but then I would have to give up on something else, and realistically there is nothing else I can give up on either. So yeah, that's why I just mentioned those 2. And last but not the least, the Minimalist 2% Salicylic Acid, again along with the Pixi Glow Tonic or the COSRX AHA liquid. They would work really well together in keeping breakouts at bay for me, just in general, in maintaining my skin. And yeah, that was that. Those are all the products. Ideally, realistically, I would never actually be able to just pick 10 products for the rest of my life specifically. Like, that is absolutely crazy to me. But if I really had to think about it, put myself in that position, then yeah, these are the 10 products I would pick and choose. I would really be interested to know if any of you guys could guess it. Did you think that I would have any other product in this list that you thought maybe was like literally a go-to, you know, cannot live without kind of a product that maybe I did not mention in this list? Or like, could you guess all these products? I feel like a lot of these you could easily guess. So yeah, let me know your feedback down below. I would love to chat with you guys. If you had to pick just 10 products or just like 5 products for the rest of your life, let me know what you would choose, because I think that's really interesting to know. Because literally, like, top 10 for life, especially when it comes to skincare, it's very hard to just pick 10, you know, especially when I think about for the rest of your life. I think that's crazy. So yeah, I would love to know what your picks would be. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.